Shabbat Shalom, friends.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to invite you, first and foremost, while you're still the seat is not warm yet, to consider coming a bit closer. We don't bite. And when we do, I've got no follow-up to that, actually. Welcome, though. We're trying to move a little forward. Come a bit in. All right, we can make this atmosphere. Coming a little closer. I'm going to let this happen. Oh. Friends, I want to take a moment as Shabbat comes in to acknowledge the week we've had. And in this review, the Chazat Shavua, the review of the week, I want to encourage us to think, as we go through the Psalms leading to the Chadodi of each day, but in this moment, before we begin Shabbat, I want us to ask ourselves the simple question I encourage everyone to ask every Shabbat. To make this a day of rest, what are you taking in with you from this week? And what are you leaving behind? With a bit of kavanah, with a bit of intention to our praying, to our singing, to our community. So I'm going to take 30 seconds, and I invite you to join, just to pick out what's coming into the Shabbat with me. What's going to stay in my week? And with that intention, that kavanah of what we hope to bring with us into Shabbat, into our prayers, into our music, into our community, I invite us to begin our evening service, lighting the candles on page 120, and inviting Bob and Barb up.
Push and twist. Push. Twist.
Push. Twist.
They on?
Yeah, this one's on.
Don't burn yourself.
I won't.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you. We'll begin our Kabbalat Shabbat on page 130 with the words of the Chunaranana. Lehu neranena l'Adonai nari halitzur Yisheinu nikadma fanav betoda bizmiro nari alo nikadma fanav betoda bizmiro nari alo lechu neranena l'Adonai nari halitzur Yisheinu nikadma fanav betoda bizmiro nari Shir Hadash. Shir Adonai Kol Haaretz. Sing to God a new song, and let it sing to God throughout the land. Or as Orla Tzadikim, we say, a light is sown for the righteous. And O you righteous, rejoice in Adonai, v'chodu zecher kodsho, and acclaim God's holy name. Page 134. Page 136.
Mizmor LeDavid Avol Adonai ben Elim. Mizmor LeDavid Avol Adonai Kevod Baot. LeDavid Avol Adonai ben Elim. Mizmor Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai os le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai. Adonai os le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai os le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
For the Chadodi, we're on page 138. When we get to verse 5, it's going to be all y'all. We'll be silent. This is a participation sport prayer.
Lechadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor ha'havracha. מראש מקרב נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומיצי מתוך ההפכה. רב לך שבט בעמק הברכה, והוא יחמו עלייך נקמלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר תעברי, כבוד אדוני עלי כנגלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ולא תיקחני, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה עיר על תילה, איי איי איי, איי 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 איי, לך דודי, איי 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 איי, איי 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 איי, לכלכלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
והיו לשמשה סוסאי, ורחקו עומר עלי, יסיס עלי אלוהי, כמסוס קטן על כלה, איי איי איי, איי 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 איי, לכדודי, איי 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 איי, איי 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 איי, לכלכלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Yamin, who is naughty from Wutzi, Ve'etzadonai Taritzi, Ariadish ben Parati, Ve'ismecha Benagila,
Lai lai lai, ay 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 ay, lekadudi, ay 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 ay, ay 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 ay, lekakala, pnei Shabbat nekavela. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha ובצונה, תוך אמונת עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, איי איי איי, איי 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 איי, לכדור, איי 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 איי, איי 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 איי, לכלכלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We have this evening, friends, a rare opportunity to make this an intimate gathering. It's a little smaller. And I want to make a request. If there's someone you don't know here, it could be 2 people, it could be 5, we'll take a little bit longer. Go introduce yourself, and by the time we sit down again, be like, all right, I think I know almost everyone here. Go.
mizmor shir, shir b'yom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor shir, shir b'yom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor shir, shir b'yom ha-Shabbat.
Page 140.
Mizmor
Shir, Shir Liyom HaShabbat. Mizmor Shir, Shir Liyom HaShabbat.
Friends, if I didn't hit you on my singing world tour, I'm really trying to pump the singing vibes tonight. Please help us. Please help us. Chatzi Kaddish can be found on page 144.
Yitzkadash, Shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Be'elam ha'divrei kiratei, ve'amlik malhuitei. V'chayechot,
Uv'yomechot, Uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, Ba'agala, Uv'yizman karim.
ve'himeru amen.
Yehi me'rabba mevorach, Me'olam olam me'hamaya, Yitbarach.
Yitzbarach ve'yishtabach, ve'yitba'ar ve'yitramam, ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitaitar, ve'yitaleh, ve'yitalam, Shemei Kedusha,
Rihu.
Le'olam min kol birata, ve'shirata,
Tu'ishbechata v'nekemata, Ta'amiran be'olam.
ve'yimeru.
Amen. We rise for the Baruch Hu and face Zion.
Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
You may be seated. As we take a moment, take in the moment to acknowledge the evening swiftly approaching. As we recognize the heavenly source, Adonai Tzvaot, who speaks the evening into being. And we say, blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Or Baruch Atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta, Torah mitzvot uchim hashvatim otanu limadta. Everlasting love that you offered your people Israel, teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Torah is an act of love when done right. I'm going to stop us for a second. Torah is an act of love when we're doing it right. And we actually say, never remove your love from us. Never remove your Torah from us. Never remove learning from us. And praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema is found on page 152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi etzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shinatam levanecha v'dibartam bam b'shivtecha v'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'shoktecha u'vumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha Uchtatam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'olechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim V'yot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet v'emunah Gozot v'kayam Aleinu Givor Eloheinu. Read silently or pray from our heart on page 156. Moshe u'Miriam u'Vnei Israel, Moses, Miriam, and all the children of Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices in joy. Nichamocha is found on page 158, with the High Holy Day Nusach to get us ready. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'uvanecha, Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, Ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai yimlok le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miyad kazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch Shemo, Gal Yisrael.
words of Hashkivenu are on page 160. The words, we juxtapose it with one day. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all come around. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu Shokreinu leChaim, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu Shokreinu leChaim. Ushmor Seitenu, Uivoenu, Le'chaim u'shalom, Le'ata le'adolam. And thank God I'm breathing. And I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I cry, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael ta Shabbat. People of Israel shall keep Shabbat. La'asot Shabbat adorotam. To create Shabbat for all generations. A brit olam, an eternal covenant. Uv'yom hashvi'i Shabbat v'inahash. And on that last day, God rested. And as we move towards our Amidah, our silent prayer, where we stand before God, where we have the opportunity to connect to Sinai, maybe to ourselves, to the part of us that needs rest for this week, I invite us to think about what covenant of Shabbat will we be keeping as we move forward into our new year in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So with that, I invite you to rise on page 164 for our standing prayer. Adonai, Sefatai Tita, Ufi Adita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, and my mouth may declare your praise.
Let's read together at the bottom of page 180. Oseh shalom bimromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru. Amen.
At this point in our evening service, we think about those who are in need of healing, who could use a little bit more healing going their way. Maybe the littlest of healing. They tripped a few days ago. Maybe the greatest of healing with an uncertain future. But I invite you all, whatever the experience of the one you may be thinking of, to share their name aloud with us so that we can offer our prayer, our intention, our kavanah, our thought to them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shalom, Daniel. Congregation is also thinking of Scott Van Gundy, Dave Stahl, Carol Rosenberg, Batya Peters, Sandra Goldberger, Elise Musin, Mira Engel, Victoria Speiler, Berdine Coven, Apna Ben Aaron, Sandy Corman, Francie Pack, Mary Siegel, Lori Shakin, Debbie Pink, Robin Leiter, Rich Zabridger, Judy Sutton, Ellen Kaschik, Bernice Paris, Brent Katowski, Ivor Barber, Don Burnett, Alex Chapman, and Phil Hathaway. And our prayer for healing is the prayer from Numbers of Moses' first sister, Anna Elna.
Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala. Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala. Oh, Anna Elna Refanala.
This evening you may have noticed it's just me here from the clergy, and I am so honored and privileged when we have someone from our community step up to share words of Torah, like Trista, our resident rabbinical student, our rabbinical student resident. I think you graduate from being a resident. Yeah, whatever. We're so honored to have Trista here share some words of Torah with us.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel a dissonance with the vacation mode vibe of Flip-Flops Shabbat. It's mid-September. My kids have been back in school for a month. Every day is filled with homework, events, activities, expectations, to-do lists. The relaxed days of flip-flops seem like a distant memory. And when life is churning at full speed, it is very easy to do just that, to churn through commitments and events, to check off boxes and race through life at surface level. It's easy to get wrapped up in the rush and the overwhelm of the season and to lose sight of the big picture and implications of our actions. Perhaps that's why this week's Torah portion, Ki Tetzeh, feels very fitting to me. It is a laundry list of mitzvot. It contains the most mitzvot of any Torah portion, with 74 do's and do-nots to round out our to-do lists. At this time of the year, it can feel like one more daunting list we need to race through. But within the list, there was one mitzvah that speaks out to me in particular. The Torah says, "When you build a new house, you shall make a parapet for your roof, so that you do not bring blood guilt on your house if anyone should fall from it." Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz explains that in ancient times, roofs were flat. They were utilized as living spaces. Therefore, a parapet or a railing was necessary to prevent someone from falling off a roof. To modern readers, this seems like common sense. A basic safety precaution, even in biblical times. Wouldn't a railing on a roof be a logical precaution? But this concept, do not bring blood guilt on your house, has wider implications. The Talmud explains, one may not allow a hazardous situation or item to remain in one's house. As long as the hazard remains, the owner is in violation of this principle, and therefore the court may excommunicate him for failing to remove the danger. The Talmud strengthens the argument with examples such as, one may not raise a vicious dog in one's house or set up an unstable ladder. Both a dog and a ladder belong in a home, bringing comfort and shelter, and yet they can be dangerous when they are untrained, as in the case of the dog, or left in the wrong place, such as the ladder. Again, this points to the danger of allowing a hazard to remain in the home unattended and with an insufficient level of precautions in place. Modern homes have railings on balconies. They have cameras and alarms. They have building codes and permits. We have safeguards in place. But what hazards might be in our homes unattended? What are we allowing to remain in our homes with no safeguards, no precautions? As I turned this over in my mind, my thoughts naturally drifted to my children. We have many safeguards in place to physically protect them inside of our home. But in our modern world, there are new kinds of hazards for which there is still substantial work needed to make them safe. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy issued an advisory in 2023, followed by a New York Times op-ed calling for a Surgeon General's warning label, stating that social media is associated with significant mental health harms for our adolescents. He says, "I think about Lori, a woman from Colorado who fought back tears as she told me about her teenage daughter, who took her life after being bullied on social media. Lori had been diligent, monitoring her daughter's accounts and phone daily, but harm still found her child. There is no seatbelt for parents to click, no helmet to snap in place, no assurance that trusted experts have investigated and ensured that these platforms are safe for our kids. Studies have shown the risk of social media poses, and we are seeing this in real time. From 2010 to 2020, the number of kids reporting depression increased 134%, and those reporting anxiety increased 106%. Jonathan Haidt, psychologist and author of The Anxious Generation, states, as the teen mental health crisis rolls on and rates of depression, anxiety, and self-harm continue to rise, we are not helpless. Haidt offers us hope through safeguards, enforcing minimum age requirements on social media platforms, providing kids with dumb phones only once they enter high school, and instituting phone lockers at schools. These seem like straightforward solutions, perhaps even like basic safety precautions, a railing on the balcony. And yet, putting these railings in place is difficult. It goes against social norms, against intense peer pressure. Kids have phones, their friends have phones, and they connect to each other through social media. But at what cost? At what level of connection justifies the mental health risks? Are we willing to fight the battle against social media and addictive phone use in our homes, in our friend groups, in our schools? Can we live the words of our Torah and build a parapet so no one falls? During the month of Elul, we do Heshbon Nefesh, accounting of our souls. As we wade through the overwhelm of this busy season with the events and the obligations and the to-do lists, I invite us to also do an accounting of our homes, to look at the hazards that are unattended, and to prioritize the mental health of our children and our teens. As we move through this month of Elul, I will be building a parapet. I hope that you will join me. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I invite all children to help me open the ark for Aleinu.
We have a few.
All right. I invite 2 children.
4.
5 children to open the ark for Aleinu, which can be found on page 586. Oh, incoming. Please, come on, guys. I need your help opening this ark.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hano, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated. Lollies. Okay, I guess so. Thank you. Before we conclude our service, we take a moment to acknowledge those who are
Gentle.
no longer with us today. I want to read out the yard sites we are currently observing. Cecilia Ruza, Cecilia Gilden Spiegelman, John Buckley Letwin, Leonard Popowitz, Max Weinstein, Robert Edwin Larson, Rosalind Cheskin. And I will invite you, if you are in the first 7 days of mourning the Shiva, to please rise and share the name aloud, the person you are remembering. If you are in the first 30 days, the Shloshim of mourning, I invite you to share the name aloud. If you are in the Shana, the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise and share that name aloud. And if you have a yard site, if you're observing the anniversary of someone's memory this week, I invite you to rise and share that name aloud as well. The Mourner's Kaddish may be found on page 598, and according to our tradition, you may sit or stand as we read together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lnei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, Yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, Le'olam in kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechamata, Da'amiram v'yama v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, Hu yaseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May their memories be for a blessing. You may be seated. Is there a board member for announcements? Oh, good. Well, you know, when I do it, I can't rhyme fluidly. Stand up here, act more Jewishly. Come on, y'all, write my eulogy. All right, Sheldon's up.
Yeah, it's me yet again, and I'm here to make sense of all the upcoming exciting events. There's a long list for sure, but before I do start, I want to share something that's close to my heart. It's membership season right now in our shul. New people come and visit. They check out our school and all our events. Some are with us tonight. They may choose to join if we play our cards right. And that, my dear friends, is where you all come in. The impression you make with your frown or your grin. Please remember, if you see a new face at Shabbat, make sure they feel welcomed and greeted a lot. Awkwardly sitting alone. They should not. And if meeting new people makes you feel all giddy, please consider joining our welcome committee. No meetings, no phone calls. It's not hard at all, but really important to be doing this fall. So come find me after and I'll fill you in and train you to welcome our visitors in. With that out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks, because I know you want dinner and I missed the snacks. Tomorrow, Shabbat, find our usual fare, cafe in the foyer, Torah study, right there. It all starts at 9, services 10:30, and at 12:15, lunch and learn once again. Rabbi Michael will share with us measured amounts of high holiday poetry. Do you think that this counts? Sunday's exciting. It's our Kulanu start, but we hope that the parents won't plan to depart. They're invited to stay, and they really can't lose. We provide coffee, and they sip and schmooze. Now, while cookies with salt may sound rather frightful, salty cookie decorating and games is delightful. On Sunday at 2, all our teens are invited to decorate, play, and consume. I'm excited, as I hope the teens are, and I hope they line up. If they plan to be joining, please make sure they sign up. On Tuesday, Shir Hadash will be shining our voices. If singing's your pleasure, then you have two choices. 6 p.m. singing circle, 7:30 the choir. High holiday music at both will inspire. Now I know this is getting a bit long and boring. I noticed a moment ago Donna was snoring. But I'm not quite done yet. I have a sneak peek of exciting events you can look for next week. Friday is Flip-Flop, the usual fare, and Saturday starts with Shir Hadash Square. But at 6:30, please join our somber movie screening. Screams Before Silence has sad and deep meaning. The terror in Israel, first-hand accounts, what more can I say? Discussion to follow. Finally, Shir Women, 1 week from Sunday, hosts Maj for all levels. It will be a fun day. No experience needed. Please bring a friend and maybe your Maj card. Now this is the end. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'm honored. I want to invite up Jojo, one of our new teachers at Kulanu, and a fellow from the Fellowship of New Teachers we're hoping to develop at UCSC, to lead us in the Kiddush, which can be found on page 122.
Which 122?
In the blue 122 in the blue brackets. Thank you. Wait. That's no good.
That's no good. Can you hear? Okay, perfect. Vayhi boker yom hashishi, vayechulu hashamayim va'aretz v'chol tevam, vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asa, vayevarech Elohim eyom hashevi'i, vayekadesh oto. Kivo shava mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot. Savri.
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kishanu b'mitzvotav. V'ratzavanu v'shavat kodsho v'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tefilah le'mikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim. Vanu v'acharta v'tanu kidasha im kol ha'amim v'shavat kodsheka v'ahava ufratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Thank you, Jojo. And while we're all standing, I invite you to join
your family, your chosen family, a friendly-looking fellow. As a congregation and families come together to bless. And we say to our children, Simcha Elohim k'Ephraim v'chim Menashe. May you be like Ephraim and Menashe. Yisimech Elohim k'Sarah k'Rivka k'Rachel u'Leah. May you be like Sarah. May you be like Rebecca. May you be like Rachel. May you be like Leah. And to all of our children we say, Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you be blessed. May you be kept. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's light shine upon you. May God always be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. May you see God's face torn towards you. Vayasem lecha shalom. And may all your paths be peaceful and maybe even have some guardrails in them. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We're going to wrap with the Elul Nigun, which we have, and the words are Yai-Dai. Shabbat shalom, friends.